Good morning, everybody, and welcome back to Apostate Weekly. I'm your host, James,
And I'm Ryan.
and let's run that intro. All right. This is the week of March 29th, 2023. And fortunately, the news this week, again, hasn't been any major bombs or, zingers this week. So that's a good thing. How's everything going on your end, Ryan?
Well, I'm fine. I mean, if we could just maybe stop with the school shootings, but that would be
Oh my
great.
God. Yeah. Well, the sad part with that is too, especially because it was somebody who was trans that did it. They're gonna blaster that all over the news. Trans person shoots up school and make a big deal over the fact that the person was trans rather than what they did.
Yeah. I mean, honestly, I don't know much about it, so I'm not going to talk too much until we can figure exactly who this person is, because it still seems like there's some questions about stuff. So I'm not even going to speculate.
Oh yeah. Yeah, exactly. And that's not what we're here to talk about this morning anyways.
Yeah, I mean, still big news, but
Yeah.
terrible,
So,
horrible news.
well, I've got an art not an article, but it was a post on the XJW Reddit. A little update on our old buddy Aunt Mo the Third.
Ooh, update.
Yeah, let me show you what I. Now I can neither confirm nor deny this, but if it's true, I think the implications are going to be pretty good. So here on this, oh, I guess I can't make it any bigger. I was trying to make it larger. Okay.
Mm.
So I saved the pic. I screenshotted the um, post so I wouldn't lose it because it's easier to do that than to find the post again.
Go digging through. Yeah.
So I'll just read off what it says. It says here, so my Pee mom just found out last night about Morris not being on the governing body anymore at her meeting. As soon as she got home, she called her good friends who live at Bethel and have been there for 20 plus years to confirm. They told her they were shocked when they heard the news and that he was in fact removed as opposed to stepping down for health or any other personal reasons, but that they have no idea why. They said he is no longer at Bethel and now goes to the same congregation in South Carolina as his son now.
Mm.
So that's all the details they said they had.
South Carolina.
Yep. Well,
Interesting.
I'm actually hoping in a way because my brother lives in South Carolina. Now, of course, there's many Kingdom Halls in South Carolina to go to, but I'm hoping it's the one that my brother goes to. That Aunt Mo
Yeah,
is
that would be
attending.
awesome.
Because then he could see how what kind of person he really is. As opposed to the,
Absolutely.
on the videos and broadcast version of him. I think that's going to be a big thing for a lot of people to see him in person like that as opposed to on TV all the time.
Oh, I agree. I think that people are going to be in for a rude awakening, thinking they're going to get what they see on TV, even though what they see on TV isn't that great. But I think when
No.
you're faced with that kind of person all the time and you have to deal with their personality and their judgmentalness, ugh, I don't think that's
Now,
going to go well.
I have heard through the grapevine, of course. I've never met him in person, but what he's like on the TV is what he's like in real life as well.
Oh, so miserable.
Yeah,
Okay.
miserable, fat, ugly son of a bitch.
James, tell me what you really think.
Oh, what I really
Don't
think.
hold back. Don't hold back at all. Yeah, you know, I I think everybody thinks in their head it would be nice to have somebody like that in their congregation. Like, oh wow, that must be so awesome to have like a governing body or a CO at our congregation. No,
Mm-mm,
no. It's just gonna
no.
be miserable. It's gonna be judgmental, nitpicky. I couldn't stand it.
Oh,
To me, it would detract.
we attended a Kingdom Hall years ago that had a former CO as part of the congregation, and his wife was an alcoholic, and he was his side of the family was in a family feud with another side of the family or something going on in the hall. So you know, doesn't just because they're an ex-CO doesn't make them a good person to have around.
No. Right, exactly. You're making an assumption, but truth be told, this guy is bad news bears for your congregation. I again, like I said, I think he will just detract from the message.
Mhm.
Mm, that's a good question. I wonder too. But how awkward would that be?
Yeah.
Like talking to Tony Morris about being a former go I would just say stuff to him just to fuck with him. Oh my
Oh,
god.
oh, I would love to find out
Oh.
which hall he goes to and just go attend some meetings and meet him and be like, "So, are you planning on writing Crisis of Conscience Part 2?"
Right. Like, can you let us know like what you're up to? What you thinking about here? You angry? Are you upset with your buddies or what's happening?
Do
I
you do you
wonder.
do you miss your liquor store?
Oh gosh, yeah, I bet he misses his little familiar little haunting spot. Ah, poor Tony. Tony has done it again. What are you gonna do?
I just really would just love to know what he did to get removed. That's that's
Oh
all.
yeah.
I
You
mean,
you
we
and
could
me both.
speculate all day long, and we could have probably some pretty good ideas as to what ultimately it was, but unless we hear it from the horse's mouth, we're never gonna know for sure.
Yeah, and I think that's one of those issues again that we all know about is there's no transparency ever. And I get like to some extent things are personal, it's your personal business, but when it comes to us and our status, it's constantly being flaunted and, put in front of people as a example. So why can't it be the same for him? Like if anything, a position of power, if you're a person in a position of power, you should be the shining example. So make Tony an example.
To answer your question, Jonathan, he's no longer gonna be able to taste what those burnt hot dogs are.
Oh no, don't say that. He was so looking forward to that, Like, geez, you're really breaking guy's heart.
I know, right?
Yeah,
That's funny. The cleaning crew found a copy of Robin Hood Men in Tights in one of his jars.
I believe it, honestly. I totally believe it, it's true. Oh, you know what I don't have open? I don't have my YouTube window so I can, like, comment. Sorry, y'all. I was just looking for it and realized there. Now I got it. Now I can actually put a comment in if I need to.
Well, there you go. Get it straight, will you, Ryan? You're
I
messing up the
know,
whole production
gosh.
here.
I was running so late this morning. Oh my gosh. My dog had me sweating outside and it's cold. I was sweating in the cold, which just makes it feel awkward.
This is
Weird.
supposed to be a highly polished, well-produced production here, okay?
That's all
We
you
don't
get
want
from
these
me.
slip-ups.
Highly polished. That is certainly me, not in any sort of fashion. All right. Well, do you want me to move it on? I want to talk a little bit about the Senate Bill 5280, and I don't even know that I have the full story straight, but I think that it's really good news. So
Yeah,
even if
go
I
on
don't
with
know
that.
the whole deal, whole spiel, I'm going to share my buddy, Ron Pomo. Well, it was Ron Pimo, but now it's Ron Pomo. I want to share this webpage if I can find it. Where's my freaking? Oh, you guys, it's just one of those days. There it is. I couldn't find my StreamYard page. I thought I had everything open on this tab. I certainly don't. Got it on the wrong one. Okay. Don't worry, guys. I'm dragging it all over now. Ay, ay, ay. Here we go. Present. Okay, so this is our buddy Ron Pimo, or now Pomo. And if y'all didn't know, he was amazing, along with a couple other people. They testified at the hearings about Senate Bill 5280, it's just the amendment, I believe. They're trying to amend the clergy penitent privilege to add elder and to close the loophole, the clergy penitent privilege loophole, so that way if you are a clergy member, you are a mandated reporter through and through. It doesn't matter if it's in confession or just in your normal duties as a priest or elder, whatever, that you should have to report child abuse. So if you don't mind, I quickly just want to play this. He's a Catholic bishop, and he's the one who was testifying on behalf of the Catholic Church. And there's a couple things that he said that really just frustrated and angered me. And I want you guys to be frustrated and angry with me. Is that okay?
Sure. Piss us all off first thing in the morning.
I need you to
Thanks,
be
Ryan.
pissed with me. Okay, so he's testifying as to why he does not want this loophole to be closed.
Okay.
With you that I am a priest that did that. Something came during a pastoral counseling situation that I knew I needed to report, and I did. I filed a police report, and I dare say we saved a child that day.
Oh, dare
and I know other
say.
priests had done the same thing. You know, talking to Human Resources, Matt Boswell at the Archdiocese, he'll tell you that he's told a number of priests to report. So yes, we take that very seriously. Our whole safe environment program, training, and everything's available for you to review at archseattle.org. So this is something that we do.
Hold on. I actually think that was it the 13-minute mark?
What we can to ensure that our schools, parishes, and ministries are
Oh, yeah,
safe
this is it. I'm
places
sorry. I think I
for our
need to go back a
children,
little
their
bit.
families, and everybody. In conclusion, it's been stated with no factual support that an attack on the clergy penitent privilege is necessary to make this bill stronger. On the contrary, any such amendment will accomplish nothing and will only serve to undermine the freedom of religion. To be clear, over history, priests have been martyred and imprisoned for refusing to break the seal of the confessional.
Okay, I just had to stop there. That was one of the things that he said that really irked the shit out of me. We're literally talking about kids current day being molested and taken advantage of. And he wants to talk about shit that happened, I don't know how many years ago. I honestly, I don't even know how far back into the history record I would have to go to find out when the last priest in this country, if ever, was put to death because they wouldn't tell someone's confession. Like, seriously, dude, stop making comparisons. This is about children, not about an adult who can handle themselves and know right from wrong.
Exactly.
We would never do it. So for your part, any attempt to harm the privacy and confidentiality of this sacrament would harm the very souls the public servants vow to protect. So please respect the constitutional right of Catholics in our state to come to confession and unburden their hearts.
Completely opposite of what he's saying.
Right?
Oh, if you would be
100% opposite. Jeez.
Right. I was just so disgusted by the things that were coming out of this Catholic bishop's mouth.
Because all he's advocating for is to continue to have these things covered up under the pretense of the clergy penitent privilege, so that way they can keep on covering up these things and getting away with it. That's all that is.
It's exactly it. And he keeps insisting that there'll be this cooling off period and people aren't going to trust the bishops and their clergy members, etc. anymore. Look at religion. religion is cooling off. Why do you think religion is cooling off? A huge mass exodus happened when all of the scandals from the Catholic Church broke.
Yep.
People were leaving by the boatloads because they felt so taken advantage of and misled and not protected. So I think that's the reason people are leaving, because they know you want to protect pedophiles more than you want to protect the vulnerable people, the children.
Yep. And
Yeah,
that's just it.
it really was just disgusting at how he was just blatantly protecting the church under the guise of freedom of religion. Okay, but what about those children? Don't those children have the freedom of religion if they want to go to that church, but no, you're going to keep them subjugated to an adult just because they're an adult? I don't understand why you want to protect these pedophiles so much.
And that's the same issue the Jehovah's Witnesses are having too. Exactly the same thing. And that's why the proposal of this bill is good, because
Mhm.
minus that bishop's testimony, it's trying to close those loopholes, trying to put the wording in, especially for Jehovah's Witnesses because of their elder arrangement. So they're closing more loopholes to provide more protection for children, not keep it the same and keep it covered up,
Right.
you know?
And I think that it was, I believe, if the information was accurate, what was said in this hearing was that that loophole was created in the 70s. So this loophole hasn't always been there. This loophole was only created 40-ish years ago.
Mhm.
So it's not like this long-standing thing that we can't get rid of. Let's get rid of it.
Yeah.
It's not necessary. And like, this is one of the things the bishop was saying. Oh, hey, Mark, I didn't see you coming either. But he was saying that what they will do is, like, okay, say in a confession setting, this person says they did something um, grotesque. What the priest will do is try to trick this person into confessing or talking to them outside of the confessional, because he says, oh, well, in the confessional, we don't know who's in the confession. Bullshit. If you know your members in your church,
Mhm.
you know who is who, you know who you're talking to. Like, just
Yeah.
stop. Like, I get it makes you feel good to pretend like nobody knows.
Yeah,
I'm not
exactly.
stupid. I know half the people's voices in this chat room if I heard them, right?
Exactly. It's like back in the day when you were at the Kingdom Hall, you could sit in the hall, close your eyes, and listen to the comments in the congregation,
Yes.
and you would know who's who, even if they didn't
Yes.
say brother or sister so
Yes.
and so.
Yes. Like,
Yes,
stop lying to cover up for these freaking perverts. I
I
do
know.
not get it. I don't get why there's this necessity to protect perverts. Why wouldn't you want to clean the devil out of your midst? Like, I don't get it. Like, y'all are so eager to burn movies and burn fucking books, but a pedophile in your midst? Oh, no, 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 no. We need to pray over them.
We- I think
Like,
we need to do a few reverse exorcisms. That's when you remove the
yeah.
priest from the kid.
Oh my God. Oh, fucking hell. Oh, you know what's honestly just so sad is it's really relevant.
Yeah,
As sad as it is, it's so fucking relevant. And
I know.
well, anyway, okay, so you guys, so our beautiful friends testified. We had 3 or 4, was it Jehovah's Witnesses that testified? I know of 3 that were definitely Jehovah's Witnesses. Was there a 4th? Anyway, we had Jehovah's Witnesses, ex Jehovah's Witnesses testify at this hearing, and they were amazing. I really suggest that you go to Ron's page and just watch this portion. But their testimony was epic, and I'm so proud of them. And at the end of the day, at this point, um, the amendment has passed for the bill. So they closed the loophole. I guess now it just needs to go up the chain, and this will determine if it's like put into law. So
Mhm.
so far, so good. Oh, wait, actually, here, you guys. Um, Let me share this other page just so you can see what it looks like, because you can go take a look at it yourself. And of course, I suggest you do, but you can take a look at the bill and the history of the bill, where it's at currently, etc. And it even has links to the video, I believe. Oh yeah, down here, even available video. So I really would love for you to get yourself involved. If you are not in Washington state, that is neither here nor there. You can always call your representatives in your state and find out if you have this loophole, because a lot of states still have this loophole. And even worse still, some of them don't have any protections for kids. Like there's just not even like mandated reporter, not all mandated report. It's just so weird, like how they have uh, their stuff worded. So I suggest that you do get familiar with your state, and
Will you put that
spotting out.
link in the comments?
That is a good idea. Absolutely. Let me do that. And if I can too, if I remember, I'm like so freaking busy trying to get my new room set up. I can get you guys, I could put a link in there too for where you can find who your reps are. Because there's like websites, you just put your zip code, it will tell you your reps, the phone numbers. Also, there's ResistBot. I don't know if y'all are familiar with ResistBot. If you are comfortable with texting, but you don't like talking to people on the phone, with ResistBot, you can just add your name to whatever, basically kind of like a change.org. They're trying to make changes with,
Okay.
yeah. So,
I've never heard of that one. So
yeah, that you can actually, here, let me just resist, because I actually have it on my phone too. And they text me regularly because they know what I'm into. They know what I'm into. So because they know what I'm into, they'll text me and say, hey, such and such is happening. Would you like to sign this petition or whatever, or call your representative? And you can say yay, and they'll give you the information. I mean, there's like at this point, no reason that we can't. There we go. So that's what it looks like.
okay.
Super easy, super simple for all those people who get a little nervous, because I completely understand. I actually told myself that today I would make some calls, because if y'all don't know, if you haven't heard, but they're doing that whole TikTok ban.
Yeah.
Yeah. And that's another one I wanted to talk to a little bit about today. But again, I'm a little behind with stuff. But basically what's happening is, if they can get this whatever bill, I have no idea what they're trying to pass. If they can get it to go through, the government will have access to any app that has over 1 million people on it, which is everything basically, like obviously TikTok, Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, all those big apps. And the government wants access to your information. And they're trying to do it by using TikTok as the whipping boy, because TikTok is where many people, I am one of those people who get all my information, even if it's not like the actual news, like detail, they say, hey, such and such happened. And I can go, oh God, now let me go Google and take a look at that.
And from what I've heard with that as well is that if you they'll be able to like access your devices and your cameras, and also like if you use a VPN to try to go around their
Yeah,
stuff, they'll be able to, I don't know if they fine you or arrest you or whatever. It's pretty serious.
It's very serious. It's nothing to just like, oh, it's just TikTok. No,
No.
they're using TikTok as a way to get into all of our private lives. It's just like that one bill. There was like some bill where, God damn it, was it the Patriot Act? I don't remember, but there was some bill that allows like the government to now search people within 100 miles of a border, like if they just want to, like if you're around a water border, border city, any, up in border to Canada, if they just so choose to want to search you because they're feeling frisky, they're allowed to, because it's within 100 miles of a border. I mean, it's just it's pretty much bullshit. They just want to be able to have their hands in our pockets.
Yeah. And everything else.
Yes.
Yeah. So I think with
Ugh.
that, we'll leave it at that for today.
We need our paradise. Where's our paradise on earth we were promised?
Not in America, that's for sure.
Ugh.
The way things are
Fuck.
going.
Damn it.
But I had a couple other things I wanted to get to, but we're not going to be able to get to today. Hopefully, I'll be able to
Oh, my bad.
bring them. No, it's fine. Um, in our Discord server, Judge shared something that I thought
Oh,
was
really?
really good about the some updates with Norway. But we'll discuss that next week as a
Oh,
teaser
damn,
for
there's an
y'all.
update. Oh,
So,
shit.
yep, you blew it, Ryan. You
I
made it so
blew
we
it.
can't do it because we're running out of time.
Oh, damn.
But yeah,
Shucks.
if you go on our Discord chat though, you'll be able to see it under the Jehovah's Witness tab
Okay.
and read what he actually translated an article that was behind a paywall for us to read. So I'd like to talk about that next week. So we'll leave that as a teaser for everybody to come back.
Oh, cool.
So
Awesome.
with that being said, that's all we have for today. So we'll see you back next week at the same bat time and the same bat channel with the same batty people. Hope everybody has a good week and take care.
Bye. Listen to Baby Blessed.